What's up, guys? Kind of an impromptu video today, but I had something happen to me today in the OG crew cab that was absolutely terrifying. I'm glad I went through it so I can share this with you guys and what I learned. But as we watch this too, I want you guys to know I'm not afraid to share my mistakes, and I'm not perfect, and my trucks aren't perfect either. So you're gonna see that in this video. Now, as you watch this too, I want your guys' input. What would you guys have thought was going on, and what would you have done differently? The video is going to kind of be all over the place because it was so terrifying. I did have the thought to actually get my phone out and film a little bit, but I didn't film a ton. So I'll explain. There's clips from my cell phone all over in the video. Enjoy it. It was terrifying. I hope you guys can learn from this. I hope it helps someone out. But here you go. Hey guys, I was not filming a video right now, but driving to work in the OG crew cab, and something weird's going on. I'm on the freeway, I let my foot off the accelerator and it just keeps going. Like, the cruise control's on, but the cruise control in this truck has never worked. And it's set to off right now. I did adjust the idle, as you guys know, just recently, and oh shit. So I think I might be trying to run away.
Got a runaway Cummins. Wow. Got a runaway. I saw this clean first gen Cummins, and then I saw him pulling off the side of the road, smoking everywhere. And I saw him peeling out and smoking the tire. I'm like, what the heck's he doing? Runaway diesel.
All right, guys, we got a runaway. So, like I was filming, so I pulled off the road, and it was just roasting the torque converter. It wouldn't go slow enough, so I pulled in here, pulled up next to this brick thing so it would hold the truck there, and I was just spinning out the tires. There you can see that tire. Holy crap. So luckily this guy in this sweet 6-door F350 saw me. He had a socket, and we blocked the turbo. So I'm gonna back the fuel screw out real quick. All right, guys, so yeah, this was crazy. I figured out the issue. So the lock nut on the idle screw, absolutely necessary, you guys. It was, let me see if you can see down there. The idle screw walked in while I was driving, which is crazy because I haven't had that lock nut on there for years. But the idle screw walked in, so it's not a true runaway. It's not just dumping fuel, it's just the idle screw walked in. So if you've seen my video on adjusting idle, I'm actually having my wife bring the pick to adjust the idle out. I'll probably just pull the screw completely out and adjust it with the throttle rod. And we gotta find that lock nut, so. Let me show you the rear tire. So I was on the freeway, and you can see the freeway is stopped. There was an accident, and so I knew like it wasn't slowing down. So I put on my hazards, got in the far right portion of the freeway, whatever that's called, and it was slowing down, but you could tell it just wanted to go. So I pulled off on this exit, pulled over here and I saw this open gravel parking lot, and I was like, I'm just gonna get it in there. I had a laptop in my work bag, so I was like, I'll just grab my laptop, rip the intake off the turbo. Hopefully it's on tight, but hopefully I could rip it off. But tried ripping it off, couldn't get it. So I pulled in and I saw these huge concrete cinder blocks. So I braked really easy, and I just pulled the truck right into this cinder block. So it held it, but this tire just started peeling out. So you can see this tire's roasted. We're gonna need a new tire. There's rubber everywhere. So for those of you wanting me to do burnouts on the channel, there you go. Alright guys, so a couple hours later here, my wife came and brought me the pick to adjust the idle. Got the idle adjusted, and yeah, that was the issue. But man, that was super scary. You know, exactly like a true runaway, which, you know, I kind of explained how I was able to get the truck shut off. Luckily, that guy saw I was having an issue and stopped and helped me. He had the socket that I needed, but you know, I just pulled it up to a big huge cinder block that I knew wouldn't move. I let that tire peel out and ruin it, but it's better than letting the engine run away and ruining the engine, because if I were to put it in park or neutral, the engine would have just taken off. So I had to leave it in gear. Scary situation. So just driving home now. I think that tire will hold up to get home, but we're not going to be driving this much more until I get a new tire. Maybe we should just go all out and get some bigger tires and some different wheels and stuff. Probably not. I'm too cheap for that. So anyways, lesson learned, that lock nut on the idle screw is absolutely necessary. I backed the idle screw all the way out, and actually all my wife had was a Band-Aid. So I put a Band-Aid over the front of the idle screw so it can't work its way forward anymore while I'm driving. So, but I'm like scared to death right now just driving it home, thinking it's gonna work its way forward. So let me walk you through a little bit of what happened to kind of piece together the footage that I did get. So I was driving on the freeway, and it just felt like the cruise control was on. I let my foot off and it just kept going steady at about 75, and the cruise control has never worked in this truck. So, and then you see me look up and drop a little word, because I looked up and traffic was stopped. There was an accident coming up. Traffic was stopped on the freeway, and I at that point was suspecting my truck was running away. So I worked my way over to the right-hand lane, and then worked over into the right-hand median, because there was an exit coming up in about a half a mile. So I kind of just cruised at about 30 with my foot on the brake, just trying to hold the engine back. And luckily, come to find out, the guy who helped me, he saw me move over, put my flashers on, and he got behind me and kind of followed me all the way to where I stopped. So luckily he saved my butt on that. But yeah, so I was gonna get off the freeway, and I called a coworker and said, hey, I'm gonna be pulling up to work. I need you to be outside with a clipboard. If you can find any wrenches or sockets, I need you to grab them. And I pulled off that freeway exit, and the road I would go to work was closed, completely closed off. So I was like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? So I turned right there by a truck stop, and it was a dead end, but I saw this big gravel parking lot with those concrete medians, and I just knew, you know, the best option was pull in there, gently set the front of the truck against one of those medians, and let that tire burn out till I can get the air intake off. I used my laptop to block the air intake, and it shut off. So it was crazy, not something I want to experience again. but definitely, you know, I wonder if you're in a manual truck, if you could throw it, slow down as much as you can and shift into 5th gear real quick and dump the clutch, but it may have enough power to just power right out of that. I don't know. So if you've had any experience with Runaway, let's hear it in the comments. It's definitely, I'm not a Runaway virgin anymore. It feels good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I like sharing my mistakes with you guys so you guys can learn. So I'm glad to be able to live through that just so you guys can learn from it. So thanks for the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.